a BAP is not necessarily a standalone app. It can actually sit inside other apps as well, thereby making them backend enabled. Right? So let's see how backend can actually make something like Google Pay, right? And just to clarify, this just as an illustration, it can actually apply for any other applications as well. So let's start off with, say, something very similar to our transaction. Maybe Raj says, I need coffee and milk, and he has a backend enabled Google Pay application, for example. Now, what does he do? He opens Google Pay, okay, and Google Pay has. I'm sure that Google Pay has a very familiar screen where there is a business section, where there is a particular spot on Google Pay which says Open Commerce, right? Okay, and this could be anything. This is just a placeholder name for now. But otherwise, let's say Google Pay has a network storefront called Open Commerce. Okay? This guy clicks that Open Commerce, okay, this Open Commerce, and then actually opens an interface which says Open Commerce for all, right? Search for anything, basically. The search for anything is because Google Pay is assumed to have integrated, not Google Pay, this application has been assumed to be integrated with multiple networks at the back, let's say, okay? So now what he does the very similar thing about, he basically, opens his application and types, I want, say, coffee and milk, right? And the same thing happens, right? The Google Pay basically asks for his location. He enters the location. Once he enters the location, it basically fires a search. Once he fires a search, there is it goes to the gateway. Gateway does a quick lookup at the registry to see what are all the various BPPs I need to fire to based on the context it has sent. And then it broadcasts it. Each of the BPPs individually send it back to the BPP. As you can see all the search results which are being rendered as part of. In the previous UI, it was just a list of stores. Which in the chat here it is going to be a little more richer UI with actually images of the products, etc. But other the underlying transactions are remaining the same. Now let's say the user actually selects one of the stores over here, and then the stores return their own catalog along with some of the search results which the user had the search results for which the user had searched for. And then same thing happens. The user actually adds the BAP user actually adds them to cart, which means it calls a select API. The onSelect API actually tells you what is the computed quote which the BPPs are sending, and then once he views the cart, I mean, this doesn't generally result in any transaction over here, but say now once he clicks on checkout, he actually adds his billing and shipping details, and as a result he gets a payment link over here. Since it's Google Pay only accepts one form of payment, so that's the only default option which is being shown to the end user, and then he finally completes the payment. And then once he completes the payment, he basically fires the confirm API call as proof of payment, where based on the callback he has received from the Google Pay API, Google Pay app itself. And then he fires the confirm API call. On confirm contains the final confirmed order status. Same thing, right? And now he tracks the fulfillment status. So this entire thing was just exactly a replica of the entire chat interface, except with a different UI, right? So same thing, right? It's the same local retail network. The local retail network basically gets back, does the same dance of APIs from search, select, init, and confirm, and gets the confirmation details, and then actually pushes the status from the delivery network into the local retail network. And as and when there are any updates happening, the status gets pushed asynchronously by the BPP. And then it gets update from the delivery network, and finally, after all the delivery order has been delivered, it finally, asks for rating. The user submits the rating, and then finally it says, "Thank you, have a nice day." Right? So this is a very similar experience, which which uses the exact same backend API transaction. It sort of proves that one is only limited by their imagination on how to render the best integrated experience to their end users, right? There could be a lot more possibilities happening at the back end. There can be a lot of caching which can be done, which can actually improve the speed at which you're doing the transactions. And there's a lot of intelligence layers that can be built at the BAP end to to actually get the final experience to the user. So these are two experiences which we had, which I wanted to show you.